Continuing on, we're in 2 Kings chapter 14, Judah's king Amaziah. In the second year of Israel's king Jehoash, son of Jehoahaz, Amaziah, son of Joash, became king of Judah. He was 25 years old when he became king, and he reigned 29 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Jehoadan. She was from Jerusalem. He did what was right in the Lord's sight, but not like his ancestor David. He did everything his father Joash had done, yet the high places were not taken away, and the people continued sacrificing and burning incense on the high places. As soon as the kingdom was firmly in his grasp, Amaziah killed his servants who had killed his father the king. However, he did not put the children of the killers to death, as it is written in the book of the law of Moses, where the Lord commanded, fathers are not to be put to death because of children, and children are not to be put to death because of fathers. Instead, each one will be put to death for his own sin. Amaziah killed 10,000 Edomites in the Salt Valley. He took Selah, S-E-L-A, in battle and called it Joktheel, which is still its name today. Amaziah then sent messengers to Jehoash, son of Jehoahaz, son of Jehu, king of Israel, and challenged him, "Come, let's meet face to face." King Jehoash of Israel sent word to King Amaziah of Judah, saying, "The thistle in Lebanon once sent a message to the cedar in Lebanon, saying, 'Give your daughter to my son as a wife.' Then a wild animal in Lebanon passed by and trampled the thistle. You have indeed defeated Edom, and you have become overconfident. Enjoy your glory and stay at home. Why should you stir up such trouble that you fall, you and Judah with you?" But Amaziah would not listen, so King Jehoash of Israel advanced. He and King Amaziah of Judah met face to face at Beth Shemesh. That belonged to Judah. Judah was routed before Israel, and each man fled to his own tent. King Jehoash of Israel captured Judah's king Amaziah, son of Joash, son of Ahaziah, at Beth Shemesh. Then Jehoash went to Jerusalem and broke down 200 yards of Jerusalem's wall, from the Ephraim gate to the corner gate. He took all the gold and silver, all the articles found in the Lord's temple and in the treasuries of the king's palace, and some hostages. Then he returned to Samaria. Jehoash's death. The rest of the events of Jehoash's reign, along with his accomplishments, his might, and how he waged war against King Amaziah of Judah, are written in the historical record of Israel's kings. Jehoash rested with his ancestors, and he was buried in Samaria with the kings of Israel. His son, Jeroboam, became king in his place. Amaziah's death. Judah's king Amaziah, son of Joash, lived 15 years after the death of Israel's king Jehoash, son of Jehoahaz. The rest of the events of Amaziah's reign are written in the historical record of Judah's kings. A conspiracy was formed against him in Jerusalem, and he fled to Lachish. However, men were sent after him to Lachish, and they put him to death there. They carried him back on horses, and he was buried in Jerusalem with his ancestors in the city of David. Then all the people of Judah took Azariah, who was 16 years old, and made him king in place of his father Amaziah. After Amaziah the king rested with his ancestors, Azariah rebuilt Elath and restored it to Judah. Israel's king Jeroboam. In the 15th year of Judah's king Amaziah, son of Joash, Jeroboam, son of Jehoash, became king of Israel in Samaria, and he reigned 41 years. He did what was evil in the Lord's sight. He did not turn away from all the sins of Jeroboam, son of Nebat, He did not turn away from all the sins Jeroboam, son of Nebat, had caused Israel to commit. He restored Israel's border from Lebo Hamath as far as the sea of the Arabah, according to the word the Lord, the God of Israel, had spoken through his servant, the prophet Jonah, son of Amittai, from Gath Hepher. For the Lord saw that the affliction of Israel was very bitter for both slaves and free people. There was no one to help Israel. The Lord had said he would blot out the name of Israel under heaven, so he delivered them by the hand of Jeroboam, son of Nebat. The Lord had not said he would blot out the name of Israel under heaven, so he delivered them by the hand of Jeroboam, son of Jehoash. The rest of the events of Jeroboam's reign, along with all his accomplishments, the power he had to wage war, and how he recovered for Israel, Damascus, and Hamath, which had belonged to Judah, are written in the historical record of Israel's kings. Jeroboam rested with his ancestors, the king of Israel. His son Zechariah became king in his place. 2 Kings chapter 14. A few fumbles on my part near the end there. I could debate re-recording it again, but it's near the end of it. And yeah, I put the little blurb on all these videos that mistakes left in, and unless I really, really botch it, I usually allow my verbal stumbles to come over. This isn't by any means a professional recording, and I consider myself a decent reader, generally speaking, and it's interesting how difficult it can be when you're actually reading out loud. Our church, I'm one of the readers at church, and so I read from time to time on the schedule, but I'll just have a small portion, either an Old Testament portion, a psalm, or part of a psalm, or part of a New Testament reading. Those are the three types of readings I'll do, and so they're usually not too long. But I also have notification weeks in advance that I'm going to do it, and so those I'll rehearse a lot because it's a small portion, and I want to make sure in church I don't stumble and be a distraction in the service. And also it allows me, with weeks in advance, if there's funny names, to actually do some research. I can listen to several recordings of different readers. Michael Reeves, I like his reading of the ESV. I just enjoy his voice. And he's a scholar, and so I enjoy listening to his reading. Max McLean, other people, it's nice to listen to those readings so that when I'm doing a reading in church with weeks of notification, I can make sure if there's words I don't know, I can learn how to say them, names. I can at least, whether they're said right or not, I can listen to someone who probably knows better than me, like Michael Reeves, and do my best with that. But all this rambling to say, yeah, this is what it is. It's a product that I'm just doing on the fly. I'm not rehearsing these. I'm doing the whole Bible, and it's not a professional recording being published by anyone. Hopefully, Holman never takes great offense at this kind of approach. Hopefully, they just can appreciate that I love their Bible. And so I like reading the Christian Standard Bible and getting it some love out there in the world. Again, not that there's many viewers at this point, but those of you who do watch, I appreciate you. Again, hoping to leave this as a legacy for my kids, grandkids, and whoever. Is something they could just, whenever they feel like it, click and watch dad or granddad read some scriptures. And in that respect, we live in a great time that things like that can be preserved compared to prior generations. Even my generation, with my father having passed away, the limited things that I have to look at him, a video or photos. There's a good share of photos, and there's a okay amount of video that's available if I want to see it. But boy, nothing like this though. We're so it's something to consider. Even yourself, start a YouTube channel and do something like this where your kids or grandkids can hear your voice forever, or till this is gone and the next big thing comes on. Who knows where our technology is going? But boy, have I rambled on enough. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you at the next video.